And we are back at it on a Monday. It is the 8th day of June, 2020. I am Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Thanks for starting your day off and your week off with us, with your local TV station. We got a lot to get to today. I hope you had a good and safe weekend. We have a lot of news to get to, including that just horrific automobile accident up near Rondo yesterday afternoon. Terrible story there. We'll have that. Also, we have a report filed by Jefferson Robbins on the Black Lives Matter protests held in Leavenworth on Friday and right here in Wenatchee on Saturday. We have a video from that. We'll get to that when we get to news. Weather's all over the board. We got a weather buffet happening. We're going to have sunshine, and we're going to have all this week. We're going to have sunshine, and we're going to have some wind, and we're going to have some rain, and we could even see some thunderstorms. Right now, we're between systems. We had a system that came in over the weekend, made things rather cool. We didn't get very warm at all. 69 on Saturday, 70 on Sunday. That's all we got to. Gradual warming trend, but then we start talking about thunderstorms. So we got everything weather-wise coming your way. Sports, it's official. Really no surprise. There will be no West Coast League baseball this year, but the Apple Sox are going to see if they can cobble something together. We'll talk about that when we get to sports. And everything else you're used to starting your day. And in the back half of the hour, something we've been doing here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley for the last, 4 years or so. We're going to have some of the student speakers from the virtual graduation ceremonies that we were very proud to bring to you on Friday and Saturday. We're going to feature Wenatchee High School's student speakers today. You're going to hear from Carmen Valencia, Christian Cutter, Kaya St. John, and Mackenzie Brown. They'll be giving their speeches as it aired on Friday night here on the NCW Life channel. We want to give a shout out to the class of 2020 as much as we can. We'll be doing that for most of this week in the back half of the hour. It is 52 degrees, clear skies. Let's get going like we always do. Let's take you around North Central Washington with our Valley View cameras. The cross camera begins our festivities. Again, the Columbia River running high and running cold. It is still spring. We still got 12 more days of spring before the summer solstice comes, which this year is on a Saturday, June 20th, the longest day of the year. We'll have 15 hours and 51 minutes of daylight today. Sun came up at 5:05 just about 2 hours ago. Sunset tonight, 8:56. And again, it was a cool weekend. It'll be cooler than normal today. It's also going to be breezy today. We had a lot of wind over the weekend. And then get ready for some rain. And then it's just it's a crazy weather pattern we're dealing with. It's kind of like a parade of systems out there going to pay us a visit. Good morning to the Wenatchee Valley. We are looking good on this Monday. Camera 2, from this point forward, is Megan's guess, and I recognize, of course, that is beautiful Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That or Cashmere. I'm thinking now Cashmere, now that I look at it a little bit more. Looks like the Apple Annie's camera is moving around just a little bit in the wind, and that's part and parcel of these Sky-Fi cameras. They got to be up high. When you're up high on these hills and these bluffs, they are prone to wind, and that's why it's moving around a little bit. And it's supposed to move around a little bit. They're supposed to have a little give and take so they don't just fall over and go boom. So good morning to our friends in Cashmere. I had a chance. I was extremely busy on Saturday afternoon, but I did have a chance briefly to check out the Cashmere High School virtual commencement exercises. Congratulations to those kids. Congratulations to everybody who graduated over the weekend, even though it wasn't the way you probably wish it was. Camera number 3. Let's take a look-see at, that looks to be Blag Mountain. Am I correct, Megan? Hey, I got one right. Good morning, Leavenworth. Huge turnout Friday afternoon, Leavenworth, for the demonstrations. Very surprising. They were peaceful, too. Again, we have video and a special report from Jefferson Robbins coming up when we get to the news. That is a gorgeous view. Leavenworth is down there from Blag Mountain, high atop beautiful Peshastin. Nice view there. And is that? You can see the wind moving around there just a skosh. Camera 4. Let's see if I can guess them all today. Oh boy. Seen a bridge. That's Philadelphia. I give up. Megan says, yes, it's Philadelphia. I've been to Philadelphia. It doesn't look like that. What are we looking at, Megan? Oh, that's jump off ridge. Oh, it's moved. Okay, I should have noticed that. Usually the Stimmel Basin and you can see the water reservoir in the lower left-hand corner of your screen, but normally it's a little bit more to the north, and then we can see the Wenatchee Valley, and then I get it. So, okay. Way off in the distance, of course, is the Cascades. Good morning to our friends up at Jump Off Ridge. Nobody lives up there, but in case somebody does. Hi, how are you? 5 minutes after the hour, we have a lot of weather to get to. Let's start out with the breezy conditions today. Yep, we're in for more wind for pretty much everybody. Here in the Wenatchee Valley, pretty consistent northwest wind, about 13 to 25 miles an hour, but you're going to see gusts above 30 at times in the places that are somewhat prone to the wind. Of course, any exposed ridge, certainly the Waterville Plateau and the upper parts of Douglas County, they're used to having the winds. If you're going to be out and about in a lake or a river, it could be a little on the choppy side, so watch out for the wind today. One more day. Boy, we've had a lot of wind over the last, week or 10 days, haven't we? When the wind goes away and the rain comes in, everybody's going to get wet tomorrow as the system pays us a visit. No significant rain, but widespread rain for pretty much everybody, and we need it. We'll have rain most of the day on Tuesday. It's going to cloud up overnight, and then here comes the rain tomorrow. The nice thing is we trade in the wind for the rain, so we'll be done with the wind on Tuesday, but then we're going to get some rain. And if you're going to be in the upper elevations, believe it or not, you could get some snow, like about 5,000 feet. Ooh, it's going to get chilly. So light rain on Tuesday, and then we're going to start warming up, and we have a chance of some thunderstorms on Thursday and Friday. I told you we were all over the place here. Late in the afternoon on Thursday and Friday, all over the place. We could see some isolated thunderstorms. That, of course, means we could get some heavy rain with the thunderstorms are coming down. Lightning, never very good. Wind, we could see it all, and that's because we're going to have a fairly dramatic warm-up. We're going to go from below normal to, near 80 by the time we get to Thursday and Friday. And since the atmosphere is very unsettled, a thunderstorm, a distinct possibility on Thursday and Friday. Yeah, a lot of weather going on this week. All right, those slides courtesy of the National Weather Service, as is the forecast from Patriot Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, who gives your home a hug. That's what we're looking at today. Lots of sunshine and lots of wind. I have about 72 degrees, and again, about 15 to 20 miles an hour pretty much all day today, with the occasional gusts, even stronger at times. As the evening progresses, the clouds will begin to roll in as the next system pays us a visit. We're kind of between systems today. Overnight low of about 51. Little breezy tonight, and then eventually it dies down. Tomorrow, rain. Most of it in the morning, some of it in the afternoon, but we are going to get some rain, about a 70% chance of rain, anywhere from 1/10 of an inch on down from there. Not a lot of rain. Widespread drizzle is really what we're looking at on Tuesday, and a high almost to 70 degrees. 52 for the overnight low on Tuesday night as the rain tapers off. Wednesday, partly sunny. We warm up a good 10 degrees. Again, atmosphere is very unstable. That's why we have that very huge temperature variation between Tuesday and Wednesday. Partly cloudy, high near 80. 56 for the overnight low on Wednesday night. Thursday, lots of clouds, warmer still, about 82 degrees. And again, can't rule out a late afternoon thunderstorm on Thursday. Best chance of a thunderstorm probably Friday afternoon. Even though it's going to be a little bit cooler, we're still going to have a pretty good chance, at least it's some rain, but maybe even a thunderstorm, both Thursday afternoon and Friday afternoon. If we get any thunderstorms, the best bet would probably be on Friday afternoon. Right now, here's what the weekend is looking like. They might change their mind, but right now we're looking at mostly cloudy skies and a high of 73 on Saturday, partly cloudy and 77 on Sunday. The temperatures today and tomorrow below normal, slightly above normal on Wednesday, and then above normal on Thursday and Friday before we cool back down. Yeah, we get everything. Sun and wind and rain and thunderstorms. We got it all. 9 minutes after the hour, we're going to take a break. Grab your cup of coffee and your Danish or your donut and come back and see me. We have a lot of news to get to on this Monday. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
Hi, my name is Manuel Navarro, Chief Operating Officer at Columbia Valley Community Health. Patient safety is our top priority, including providing care that just can't wait. With enhanced safety precautions, we want to ensure you that we're able to continue providing safe and efficient in-person care at our clinic. From in-car check-in, ongoing screening, immediate rooming, your family can get the safe care that they deserve here at Columbia Valley Community Health.
What's your auto mocha emergency?
It's a Frappuccino mocha with whip.
The espresso shakes are my most favorite because I can get any flavor. Peanut butter chocolate for pita.
Definitely the espresso shakes.
My favorite is the mocha for pitas.
A peach Red Bull.
Clear skies, 54 degrees, lots of sunshine, lots of wind. Highs will be in the lower 70s. We got rain coming our way tomorrow with lots of clouds, and then an increasing chance of thunderstorms as we get towards the weekend. And at 11 minutes after the hour, here's us making headlines. 2 people were killed and 12 others injured. This all happened yesterday afternoon in a 3-vehicle wreck on Highway 97, 4 miles north of Orondo. According to the Washington State Patrol, shortly before 1:15, a Chevrolet Astro van driving south crossed the center line and struck driver's side to driver's side a Ford 150 pickup. The driver of that van, 29-year-old Luis Flores Pinzon of Mexico, and a passenger, 31-year-old Luis Leveron Rodriguez of Seattle, both pronounced dead at the scene. 6 other passengers in the van were transported to Central Washington Hospital, as were the 2 occupants of the pickup and 3 occupants of a GMC Sierra that collided with the Ford pickup. A camper being towed by the Ford truck and a boat being towed by the Sierra. They both became detached as a result of the accident. Of the 8 occupants in the van, only 2, including the deceased driver, were wearing seatbelts. The accident blocked the highway for several hours, as you might imagine, forcing traffic between Wenatchee and Shalonda onto Highway 97A. Of course, vehicles there needed to take a detour because the Knapp's Hill Tunnel has been closed for the last 2.5 weeks. The Wenatchee Valley, the scene of rather large demonstrations last weekend as part of the Black Lives Matters movement, responding, of course, to the death in police custody 2 weeks ago of George Floyd of Minneapolis and many other officer-involved killings of African Americans around the country. NCW Life reporter Jefferson Robbins was on the scene, both in Leavenworth on Friday and in Wenatchee on Saturday, and he followed these reports.
Before I say anything from the bottom of my heart, as an African American man here in the United States, I have to thank each and every person who is here with me right now under the sound of my voice. I love each and every one of you. I thank you so much for the support that you're showing the people of color in this community. If I can only express how much it means to me, I really thank you.
I am a really approachable, really kind, loving, gracious Black woman. And I think God put me in your town for a reason. I'm not intimidating, so if anybody has that idea about me, get it out of your head. Because I'm not intimidating. I'm Black, but that doesn't make me intimidating. I'm approachable, and I want to talk. I don't want you guys to think that I'm not somebody that you can talk to or come to if you have questions, because I know after this there's gonna be a lot of them and not a lot of Black people to talk to. So I'm kind of taking that on, and I hope you guys can, I've been scared this week, and I've been angry, and I've been trying to figure out, like, how can I channel this anger, you know? And so I'm up here, and I'm talking to you guys, and I just want you to know that, like, there is a problem. But I know that if we get together and we band together, like, we can face this together. And I need you guys. I'm gonna just say that. I need you guys. We need you guys. Like, we can't do this by ourselves.
Translated means all Black people are important. We don't have a word for matter. They're important. We hold them up as our brothers. We hold them up as our sisters. When we say Black Lives Matter, yes, all lives matter, but let's not diminish what's happening here. Let's not diminish the losses of these lives. It is about Black people right now. It is about Native Americans. It's about people of color, us people of color, who are being victimized through institutional racism, by abject neglect, by just being quiet. I'm glad to see everybody because it shows that rural America is no longer going to sit back and be quiet.
sure we all know what the cause is for. I'm pretty sure we all know how important it is. The whole objective of this movement is to stay peaceful. Yes, sir.
I can't breathe. 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 I can't breathe.
What brings you here?
Just guarding the people.
Yeah?
With the people. Just making sure the community's safe. That's all.
Yeah, good deal. Where are you from?
Here, hometown.
Wenatchee? Good deal.
Protecting local businesses.
You graduate today?
Nope.
Nope.
A couple years ago. 2017.
Do local businesses need protection?
So
They could.
It's better to be safe than sorry. These are our people. We're here for them.
This is our community. We're here to protect it. If we don't,
We've seen what it can turn into, so.
Powerful images indeed. Well, hackers disrupted a Zoom video meeting of the Shalonda Douglas Health District Board on Friday as a plan for moving the two counties out of phase one of the COVID-19 shutdown was being discussed. The board later reconvened and did approve, in fact, a plan for moving to a modified version of phase two. Shalonda Douglas counties are among just 5 counties left in the state still at phase one. Some counties are already at phase three. Now, the district's proposal goes to the State Department of Health for review. The district is proposing to allow retail businesses to reopen at 50% capacity. Restaurants will be allowed to have outdoor dining at 50% capacity and indoor dining at 25% capacity. Many recreational activities, including camping, would also resume. Now, the board was reviewing the opening proposal on Zoom when the hackers began by drawing a swastika on the image of the document being discussed. That was followed by obscene drawings, then random words and scribbles until the document was entirely covered. Okanagan County was one of 6 new counties that were approved for phase two of Governor Jay Inslee's Safe Start reopening plan, and 7 counties were approved on Friday to go from phase two to phase three. But of course, here in Shalonda and Douglas counties, we remain among the 5 counties still at phase one. That's the most restrictive for businesses and activities. The State Department of Health also approved a plan for King County, the state's most populous county and the early epicenter of the COVID-19 outbreak, to move to a less restrictive version of phase one. Shalonda and Douglas County officials have submitted a plan for moving to phase one, from phase one, I should say, but when there will be a decision on that plan, of course, isn't known. Now, to move from one phase to the next, counties must show a reduction in new positive tests for the coronavirus, that their healthcare system is ready for a potential outbreak, that testing capability is adequate, and other criteria as well. Counties approved to move into phase two: Clark, Okanagan, Pierce, Skagit, Snohomish, and Whatcom approved to move to phase three: Columbia, Ferry, Garfield, Lincoln, Pend Oreille, Stevens, and Wahkiakum counties. Latino advocates in the Wenatchee Valley say the Shalonda Douglas Health District needs to make sure immigrant workers and non-English speakers are included in their recovery solutions for COVID-19. The district, of course, drafted a plan to reopen business sectors and gathering places that have been closed during the pandemic, but one proposal for that plan would count coronavirus detections differently if they occur in group housing, including facilities where migrant farm workers often live. 13 community members representing 3 advocate groups signed a letter questioning that idea.
We know that they just stated that they will take congregate housing out of their general community, but we don't know exactly what kind of congregate housing numbers they will be separating. What is clear, and we have followed up with Dr. Malcolm Butler, is that we didn't misunderstand, that they will be taking the congregate numbers out of the analysis of the numbers and the reporting of the numbers from our counties.
We need a proviso to approach congregate facilities as distinct from other parts of the economy, such that high volume clusters in such facilities do not confound community statistics. This will protect industries who, through no fault of their own, have designs that allow rapid viral transmission, and will protect the community that hosts such industries.
If you look backward, and I don't know Barry or who I need to ask, and take out the congregate living testing that you've done, how much would that lower the history of what we've done so far?
It would limit it, but it would not remove the increased, the gradual increase that we saw since the middle of the second week in April. So, you know, we'd still be well above the desired level, but not quite as far above it. We need to acknowledge that those cases are as important as any others, but we just need to interpret them appropriately.
As I've looked at those numbers, if we have roughly 400 positives, we've had roughly 100 come out of the congregate facilities, so it's roughly 25%. So again, an important subset, but not driving the boat.
I often have to remind some of the people that I have been in multiple Zoom meetings that the Latinx community does not operate in the same context as mainstream. For instance, there is no NCW Live in Spanish where discussions like this take place. We don't have a Wenatchee World like we used to have it. I was part of El Mundo in the past, but the resources that Hispanic media have are not there in the same way that mainstream is. So we have a language barrier, we have all these other things that are obstacles, and if anything that has proven so far about COVID is that we have been identifying systems that we thought were working and have had pitfalls that now are truly showing the true colors.
Slide Waters, the popular water park near Lake Chelan, is suing the Department of Labor and Industries to prevent L&I from enforcing Governor Jay Inslee's stay-home COVID-19 orders. The Freedom Foundation is an anti-regulatory nonprofit. It's based in Olympia, and they are funding the legal challenge, which was filed Thursday in Chelan County Superior Court. Under emergency rules adopted last month, L&I can fine businesses up to $10,000 if they operate without approval under the governor's Safe Start plan for phased reopening. Chelan County, of course, as you know, is still in phase one, meaning large gathering places like water parks are forbidden from operating. Slide Waters and Freedom Foundation lawyers claim the park has a health plan in place that would allow it to open safely. They are seeking a temporary injunction. The Chelan-Douglas Regional Port Authority announced on Thursday that $333,000 in working Washington small business emergency grants to support 71 local companies severely impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. The selected pool of grantees includes 17 restaurants, 14 retail establishments, 10 hair salons, 3 fitness facilities, 3 beauty or personal services, 3 manufacturing facilities, 3 childcare businesses, 2 agricultural businesses, and additional small locally owned establishments. Grantees are located in 12 different cities across Chelan and Douglas counties. Grantees represent 38 women-owned businesses, 11 minority-owned businesses, and a veteran-owned business. These businesses will primarily use these funds to pay rent, utilities, and other allowable expenses. And finally, with the COVID-19 pandemic limiting activities, certainly limiting graduations and celebrations for the high school class of 2020, one Wenatchee High School tradition did take place on Friday morning. That's a cool tradition. I don't know when it began. They did do that when I graduated from Wenatchee High School, I can guarantee you that. And a friendly reminder, in the back half of this program, we will have some of the Wenatchee High School student speakers from Friday night's virtual commencement exercises. That's what's making headlines at 26 minutes after the hour. We'll have a lot of news to get to, as you might imagine, tonight at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock with the preview. Here's the anchor, Grant Olson.
Good morning, Dan. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, will this be the week Chelan and Douglas counties move out of Phase 1 of Governor Inslee's Stay Home, Stay Healthy order? I'll have a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast for the week ahead, and Eric Granstrom will be in talking all things sports. That and more coming up tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope to see you then. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. I make it a point to watch the news at 5 o'clock, and I hope you do too. And if you have a news tip or if you just want to drop us a line, you can go to our Facebook page and drop us a line via Facebook Messenger. It was very busy over the busy news weekend. You can drop us an email, news@ncwlife.com, news@ncwlife.com. Or if you go to our website, ncwlife.com, you'll see the icon in the top of your screen that says Contact Us. Click on it. A little form pops up. You can either submit a news tip or just drop us a note. We're going to take a break and come back with sports. You're watching Wake Up on Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Hi, I'm Ricardo, and this is Amanda, and we are from Impact Auto Sales,
where you can expect a hassle-free car buying experience. With our wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, let one of our friendly sales staff help you find the vehicle that fits your lifestyle. We have financing available for all credit types and great low rates for first-time buyers. Call us today at 888-8000 or stop by 3522 State Highway 97A in Wenatchee. Impact Auto Sales, where we strive to make an impact on your life and not your wallet.
This is Caitlin Hedersheet, the producer of the NCW Life magazine. Each week, I'm bringing you a look behind the scenes of the faces, places, and events that make North Central Washington the place we call home. Tune in every weekday for an in-depth look at a new topic each week. From local artists in their studios to businesses breaking barriers that might surprise you and everything in between. Join me on the NCW Life magazine right here on the NCW Life channel.
We're back at 29 minutes after the hour in sports. It's not a surprise it became official on Saturday there will be no baseball in the West Coast League, but the Apple Sox still holding out hope of putting something together. The statement came from the WCL on Friday. They said the league's board of directors voted to cancel its 2020 summer collegiate baseball season because of the pandemic-related safety guidelines. Obviously, traveling between Washington and Oregon is also a bit of an issue. Concurrently, league members Cowlitz, Port Angeles, Walla Walla, Ridgefield, and Yakima Valley therefore cancel their respective seasons. I got a quote here from WCL Commissioner Rob Nyer, and he said, and I'm quoting now, "We're heartbroken about 2020, but we're already looking forward to 2021 with Nanaimo joining the league. We are confident that next summer will be our best yet," end quote. The Apple Sox, meanwhile, issued a statement saying they're looking towards a training camp scenario this summer. According to the Apple Sox, they say they're going to hold a training camp for players on the existing roster and local players from Chelan County as soon as we get to Phase 3 of the reopening plan until mid-August. Wenatchee owner Jose Oglesby said in an email to Eric Granstrom that more information will be coming out over the next couple of days. The Apple Sox and the Portland Pickles, the only two teams remaining in the entire West Coast League that hope to host some kind of baseball this summer. As dawn breaks on another day of the pandemic lockdown, Major League Baseball is still planning on holding their 2020 amateur draft this week. The Mariners will have the 6th overall pick, by the way. The draft begins on Wednesday. Seattle's director of amateur scouting is Scott Hunter, and he says he and the Mariners staff have been working hard on making sure they get what they need with their 6 picks that come up this week.
Spent about 4 hours a day over the last 2 weeks, and we'll do another week of draft meetings. And we do it here. I'm at my home office in the South Jersey area, and I have a big screen TV set up, an extra computer over here. I actually have an iPad for my Teams call, so I have my video conference up, and then the computer I work off of for the draft. So we have about 17 scouts, supervisors, and analysts on our call each day, and we've been grinding pretty good. And over this next week, we'll really have a good idea where things are starting to shape up for us. It's fortunate we have a good group of staff that are very connected. I mean, our scouts, our cross-checkers, our supervisors, and our analysts have a good relationship off the field, and they communicate, daily during the course of our normal travels. But it's actually been a little smoother than I thought it would be, not knowing how the dynamic would end up, not being in the same room, seeing facial expressions and stuff like that. Because only a couple people's faces when they speak can pop up at a time. So getting the energy of the room is a little different at times, but for the most part, our guys have done a really good job and have adjusted to the situation.
It's a 5-round draft. The Mariners will have 6 picks during that draft. They got an extra pick from the Brewers, of course, when they traded for Omar Narvaez last season. Current Mariners still waiting out their pandemic in their home states, trying to stay motivated amidst an unknown future. One of those is center fielder Malik Smith. He joined Marco Gonzalez and Aaron Goldsmith on a recent edition of Inside Corner, offering camping advice.
And my parents sit on 5 acres, so we kind of have our own area to ourselves. Like, I sleep in a tent while I'm out there. I don't even sleep in the house.
Whoa.
I make a fire every night. I got me some tiki candles to keep the gnats and the bugs away. But yeah, I sleep in a tent. I got it all set up. If I was home right now, I would show you, but I came up to Tampa for a little bit to check on my house.
Okay. All right. So you're camping out. You got sleeping bag, mattress. What do you got in there? What's your setup in the tent?
I have a pad, like just a pad that I put under my sleeping bag. Yeah, I got a few sleeping bags stacked up on some covers with a heavy blanket. The heavy blanket is the game changer. I suggest everybody that watched this go grab themselves a heavy blanket.
Is this the 25-pound one that's like supposed to relax you kind of thing? Okay, cool.
You're talking a weighted blanket.
Those are
weighted,
expensive too,
weighted
man.
blanket. Huh?
Those are expensive. Those are like $500, aren't they?
No.
Marco, he's a stolen base champ.
For like 25 pounds of
He's
blanket.
a stolen base champ, can afford a weighted blanket.
All right.
The blanket that I got, it wasn't even $100, so I don't know where you're shopping at, Mark. Maybe.
Smith and his teammates are hoping that somehow or another baseball and the Major League Baseball Players Association can get something worked out so we can have baseball, an abbreviated season or not. The WIAA has decided to nix plans for any change to the state basketball tournaments, at least for this upcoming season. The WIAA Executive Committee last month published a survey on 3 proposals to revamp the 6 state championship tournaments. Attendance, of course, has gone down for the last couple of decades, and it costs more and more to put the tournaments on, and the WIAA said it needed to consider a change. Whatever change may come won't happen next year. The WIAA Executive Board met virtually yesterday across the state, and they voted to delay any changes until the 2021-2022 school year. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast of the commencement exercises last weekend here at the NCW Life Channel. If you missed any of it, here's the schedule. We'll premiere the graduation ceremony for West Side. That'll be Thursday night at 7. We're going to re-air Eastmont's Friday at 7. Wenatchee's, you can see it again Saturday at 1. Cascades will re-air Saturday at 5. We'll have Quincy's for you Saturday at 7 o'clock. You can also view the graduations on demand by going to our website, ncwlife.com. That's sports at 34 minutes after the hour. 4 different obscure holidays to choose from today. National Upsy Daisy Day, National Name Your Poison Day, National Best Friend Day. Nope, it's World Oceans Day. World Oceans Day, always celebrated on June 8th. 70% of the surface of the Earth is covered by oceans. Oceans provide 70% of our oxygen. So they're kind of important. Of course, the oceans aren't blue. It's the sun that gives the impression that oceans are blue. In fact, they are not blue. How much gold is in our oceans around this planet? About 20 million tons of it, but you can't get to it because it's so tiny, it's unminable, but that's rather remarkable. The most remote place on Earth is in the South Pacific. It's called Point Nemo, and it's 1,000 miles from no place. I mean, right in the middle of Point Nemo, if you go 1,000 miles in any direction, there's nothing, not even an island in the South Pacific. 80% of all volcanic eruptions on this planet take place underwater. And how many sunken ships and boats are there on this planet's oceans at the bottom? About 1 million. That's a lot of boats that will never float again. Happy Oceans Day. I like a good ocean now and again. Big fan of the Pacific. Today's drive, you're right there. 36 minutes after the hour. Today in history, that's the Bill of Rights. It's not the best picture, sorry. June 8th, 1789, 231 years ago today, James Madison introduced 12 proposed amendments to the United States Constitution. 10 of them, of course, 10 of the 12 that were proposed would eventually become known as the Bill of Rights. One amendment which prohibits Congress to enact pay raises for themselves while they're in session. That was finally ratified back in 1992 to become the 27th Amendment. And what happened to the 12th that never got anywhere? The final amendment, which was never voted on, uses a very complex mathematical formula to determine the number of congressmen in the House of Representatives. It could still be enacted. There's no sunset clause on this one. Basically, for every 50,000 Americans, there's one member of the House. That's how that would work. Of course, by statute, Congress has decided, at least the House of Representatives would have 435 members. If the last unratified amendment actually gets ratified, there would be 6,563 members of the House of Representatives. Let's go ahead and not pass that one. 61 years ago today, somebody thought this was a good idea. Missile mail. Yeah, the United States Postal Service attempts to deliver mail via a missile. Now, I love the Postal Service. This was dumb. This was, what were they thinking? Here's your mail. Boom. I don't know. They don't do that anymore. I wonder how much that card would be worth, though. Another bad idea, only this one cost people's lives. It was June 8th, 1966, so it was 54 years ago today. They were shooting a publicity photo for General Electric, and one fighter jet collided with another fighter jet. Both aircrafts were destroyed. This all happened near Edwards Air Force Base in Southern California. Joseph Walker was a NASA test pilot. He was killed immediately. Carl Cross, a United States Air Force test pilot, was also killed. This photo op for General Electric with 6 planes flying in formation was not authorized by the Pentagon. A whole bunch of heavy-duty bigwigs in the United States Air Force lost their jobs because of it. Happened on this date 54 years ago today. And the merger 52 years ago today, it's official. The NFL and the AFL are going to get together. The National Football League and the American Football League announced they were going to merge. The announcement came on this date in 1966. The merger didn't happen until 1970 because they were both under contract to individual television networks and they had to wait for the contracts to expire before the merger could take place. Of course, like any other merger of major professional sports, it had the desired effect because there was a bidding war between the players, between the NFL and the AFL. By combining forces, the players' salaries went down. All about the money. Birthdays. We miss Barbara Bush. We do. American wife, of course, of the 41st President George H.W. Bush. We lost Barbara a couple of years ago at the age of 92. She did all right with her kids. I mean, George W. Bush became the President of the United States. Jeb Bush became the governor of Florida. In fact, Barbara Bush and Abigail Adams are the only 2 women to be the wife of one president and the mother of another. We miss Barbara Bush, born in the state 95 years ago today. We just lost Jerry Stiller, of course, a couple of weeks ago. The actor, comedian, and producer Frank Costanza on Seinfeld, but many, many other roles, some dramatic, some comedic. The late Jerry Stiller was born in the state of 1927. Boz Scaggs, a rock and roll legend, is 76 years old today. Got his big break by meeting Steve Miller at the University of Wisconsin. They got together and formed a band. Boz Scaggs was in the Steve Miller Band for the first couple of years of Steve Miller Band's existence, and he went solo. Still out there, still performing. Happy 76. I met Boz Scaggs once. Cool dude, really nice guy. He's 76 years old today. And speaking of musical legends, Kanye West, born in the state of 1977, a rapper, a producer, an actor, a fashion designer. He has done well for himself. Kanye West, happy birthday. It is 40 minutes after the hour. Mike McKnight has got an opinion, and we're going to have some student speakers from the Wenatchee High School's 116th commencement exercises from Friday night. You're going to hear from Carmen Valencia, Christian Cutter, Kaya St. John, and Mackenzie Brown. When we come back, you're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
Since 1932, Camp Zuniga, nestled on the beautiful shores of Lake Wenatchee, has provided children grades 1 through 12 with the ideal location for kids to learn new skills, have fun, and make friends while creating memories that will last a lifetime. Camp Zanica's rustic log cabins and their staff serve to provide each group a unique summer camp experience. Register for Camp Zanica today, www.campfirencw.org.
Collins Fashions is now almost open. Following safety guidelines, call ahead for personal shopping. There's nothing like a new pair of sandals or outfit to lift your spirits. Tommy Bahama says fun in a stylish way. Mother of the bride or groom, special celebrations? Collins has a beautiful variety of dresses for all occasions. Need a little something to make you smile? Brighton jewelry and handbags fit us all. Check out the Collins Facebook site or call ahead for personalized shopping and curbside service. Collins Fashions in downtown Wenatchee.
Water is essential to living. From clean drinking water for good health to clean water for your pool or spa. Central Washington Water, your water experts. With whole home water filtration systems for your home's best water. Products and supplies to keep your pool and spa water crystal clear. To a full parts department. Count on Central Washington Water for expert help. Shop screen to screen. Come in or call about a backyard consultation. Central Washington Water, your water care professionals.
Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 6th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tabor.
I'm Mike. And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the Doghouse?
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills. A chill is in the air and it's a perfect time for some old-fashioned comfort food like our amazing Eggs Benedict, chicken fried steak, French dips, soups made from scratch, or fruit pies fresh from the oven. The crowds might be gone, but we're still here for you folks. So bring an appetite and a friend to Blueberry Hills in Manson, where you pick, you sit, you eat, and you visit. Open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 to 3. wildaboutberries.com.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNutty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, we have one of those Amazon Alexa things in our house, in the kitchen. We yell at her to play music. I like the blues. Rosie likes to play easy jazz and bossa nova. I wish you got that, I don't know. But we tell, we tell Alexa to put stuff on our shopping list all the time. It's pretty cool. We say, Alexa, put, eggs on the shopping list, and she does, okay? It's pretty cool, actually. But when my son Tony was home visiting this summer, he put his hat over the Alexa device and he told us that he didn't believe we'd have one of those things in our house. When I asked him why, he said, this thing was just letting Jeff Bezos and Homeland Security listen to our private conversations. Well, I told him, look, if Jeff Bezos and the government really wants to listen to Rosie and I arguing about who's going to do the dishes or what kind of pizza we're going to order, they are more than welcome. This is Mike Mad Dog McNutty, and that's my opinion.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well-versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set. These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
Owner Andrew Vickery brings years of experience to help you transition your backyard into a place where memories are made, family time is looked forward to, and friends are always welcome. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa offers many different styles and sizes of artesian spas, both new and used, as well as residential and commercial pool and spa services, regular maintenance and repairs, and all the chemicals required to keep your pool and spa crystal clear. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa today.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue. We are your one-stop bar and grill, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Hi, Justin here, owner of Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere. Looking for a fun night out? Join us at Club Crow. We have live bands to rock the night away, comedy to make you laugh, and if that's not enough, we have poker every Monday and Wednesday night. Club Crow in Cashmere has it all. Check out our Facebook event page for dates and times. Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.
Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2020, we finally made it. This is our time to celebrate each other and everything that we have accomplished. Spending the past 13 years of school with you all has been a joy, honestly. I am very proud of the graduating class of 2020. I am excited to see where you all will go and the amazing endeavors you will continue to accomplish. To our friends and family who are watching our virtual graduation ceremony, I would like to say thank you for supporting us through these unprecedented times. We appreciate it very much, even though we might not be quick to acknowledge it. Thank you to all of the Wenatchee School District staff and faculty for helping us along the way through your daily hard work and inspiration. Thank you to the lunch ladies, custodians, and all support staff who are the heart of Wenatchee School District with their tireless service. And a special thank you to Mr. Anderson, who has always given us hope from the first day we entered WHS as freshmen. Now, I would like to switch gears for a bit and deliver a portion of my speech in Spanish. Yo les quiero decir a todos los estudiantes y a las familias que estoy muy honrada de poder compartir unas palabras con ustedes hoy. Algo que me enseñaron mis padres es que tenemos que echarle ganas al estudio porque es muy importante para nuestro futuro. Hoy es el día que decimos, nosotros nos hemos graduado y hemos creado la oportunidad para un futuro mejor. Esto es en su honor. Esto es para ti, mamá y papá. Todo mi esfuerzo es para ustedes. Everyone has always thought of the day when we would walk out the doors of Wenatchee High, that those last days would be us riding our scooter to the high school, having our senior breakfast, and enjoying a last day at Wenatchee High. But in this case, this is different for all of us. Most of us weren't ready to say goodbye to our beloved high school. It has become difficult to wrap our minds around this change. But this change is not the end of our story. Yes, this virus took away our last moments of high school, but it can't take away our memories, and it can't take the bonds away that we've created. We will forever be the Wenatchee High School graduating class of 2020. Some of my favorite memories of high school include seeing our varsity volleyball team be swamped twice during the Battle of the Bridges as the crowd yelled excitedly, hearing Phoebe and Abby's morning announcements, and watching our drumline send our state competitors year after year, as well as hearing every senior yell, 4 more years, to the new incoming freshman class at our first assembly of the year. While these are only a few memories that we've created, we can all recall moments of joy that has made us what it truly means to be a Panther. Wenatchee High will always hold a special place in our hearts. The colors purple and gold will remind us of home. Regardless of the challenges that we have faced, and inevitably will continue to face in our lives, it is our memories that will help us overcome those uncertain times. May your time at Wenatchee High School help you navigate the rest of your journey. Class of 2020, thank you for all of the memories.
Graduating class of 2020, parents, WHS staff, and NCW Live camera crew, we're finally here. Well, not here, you're there, I'm here, you get the point. As a class, we have spent 4 years following and participating in the latest trends in social media. We stepped onto campus, entering a seemingly golden world. We had Pokemon Go, Kendamas, movies like Deadpool, Rogue One, Captain America. YouTube Rewind was actually good. We had Kanye's Life of Pablo, we had Coloring Book by Chance. Everything was just so perfect. Then, Vine died. Some of us were distraught while others celebrated, but no matter what side you were on, we had no idea what was to come. Dabbing, fidget spinners, bottle flipping, Lil Pump and 6ix9ine swooped us off our feet. And then TikTok. What happened? And girls are taking pictures with milk in their bathtub now? If you don't know what I'm talking about, just be thankful. Now, many of us would be lying if we said we never thought dabbing was cool, or we said we weren't catching Pokemon after school with fidget spinners in our backpack. Even more of us would be lying if we said we don't absolutely love TikTok. And, my friends, all of us would be lying if we ever told our parents we did any of the Google Classroom assignments. We made many mistakes. Graduating seniors, take this day to reflect on the younger you. Entering high school, maybe you felt certain of who you are in your future, or maybe you felt insecure and overwhelmed. No matter how you feel about your high school experience, the truth is you were an absolute mess. I was an absolute mess. We were difficult, fiddly, cumbersome, awkward. Every conversation ended with glancing at the floor and a speedy getaway from whatever slur words just came out your mouth. We made many mistakes. The test you refused to study for, that DM you instantly regret, the Snapchat you don't remember sending. Those mistakes and many others are only a piece of our high school experience. Hopefully, we all got to experience growth that goes deeper than our academic and athletic achievement. Hopefully, at any point during our 4 years, we experience some real success, as in gaining a fuller understanding of our own thoughts, values, and the world around us. And as we distance ourselves from each other, we also distance ourselves from the past. And before we could reach for the ripe fruits of the future, we must let go of the old fruit in our hands. But before we do so, I hope you see as well as I do, our successes are not lessened by the mistakes we made, but rather a result of them. My friends, look at us now. We are still awkward, complicated, wavering beings blundering through life. The only difference between then and now is we have learned how to mess everything up with a smile. High school is over. We made our mistakes. Now let's go out and make more. Live fearless of failure and see where that takes you. Maybe you'll start a Rubik's Cube club, a boy band, a business, or make a rap song dissing every other rapper at your school. You just never know. I would like to end on a quote by Jordan Peterson. He says, "If you're not willing to be a fool, you can't become a master." Thank you, class of 2020.
Good evening, friends, family, seniors of Wenatchee High School. It is an honor to be with you this evening. Though we may not be in the same space, we are all together in spirit as we celebrate our time at WHS. I think we can all agree this isn't quite what we imagined graduation would look like. However, it is something special. We are definitely making history. To my peers and friends, we did it. We made it through, and we didn't just survive. We made an impact. We built relationships and grew as individuals. While we may have lost our last few months, we share the common ground of growing up together. Childhood memories and pivotal moments we experienced together are irreplaceable and something to cherish and celebrate. As we move on with our evening, I remind you of our successes and victories. That is what defines us as a class. We are resilient. And someday, when we gather for our class reunions, this shared experience will bring us together. This is not the end. In fact, it's just the beginning. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce to you our first class speaker, Carmen Valencia.
Good evening. I'm Mackenzie Brown, Wenatchee High School Honor Society President. I am honored tonight to recognize the Wenatchee High School Class of 2020 Valedictorians. Please help me recognize, in alphabetical order, our 9 valedictorians: Nathaniel Black, Madeline Canlis, Jayla Field, Avery Hunsaker, Emily McCarthy, Elizabeth Chichkon, Amy Chachavamal, Chloe Wiegand, and Jonathan Wierzbicki. These students are truly academically excellent. They have maintained a perfect 4.0 grade point average for all 8 semesters of their high school careers. Together, they have taken many college and the high school courses, over 50 honors or AP courses, and the equivalent of many years of international languages. We thank them for their contributions and for many years of stellar academic achievement while attending Wenatchee High School. Congratulations to my fellow classmates of the class of 2020.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. At this point, I ask all of you graduates at home to stand and join me in moving your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left that symbolizes the movement of students to graduates. Let's all do it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now, Mackenzie Mueller will play the Whs Alma Mater. Please sing along to it by following the lyrics, and upon completion, toss your cap in the air and enjoy the fireworks.
Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
At Harvest Valley Pest Control, we know you are committed to making your home and business a healthy and pest-free place. Hi, I'm David. Give us a call and we'll give you a firm price over the phone and schedule a time that works for you. We will do an in-depth 30-point healthy home or business inspection and craft a customized plan of action designed specifically for your pest issue. Give us a call or visit our website today.
And we are back, and in case you're curious, being a graduate of Wenatchee High School, during the commercial break, I sung the Alma Mater. Still know the words. I've lost my diploma. I lost my diploma like 20 years ago during the move, but I remember the Alma Mater. That's me. We are going to be all over the map weather-wise this week. From the National Weather Service, let's take a look at that forecast one more time. And it's going to be everything. You name it, we're going to get it. We're going to get sun and wind and clouds and rain and maybe even a thunderstorm. Depends on the day of the week. Today, we're between systems. We're still going to have some gusty winds. It was very windy and quite cool over the weekend. We only got to 69 on Saturday and 70 on Sunday. Our normal high is about 77 for this time of the year. Still a little below normal, as you can see, with a high today of about 72 degrees. Going to be breezy. Northwest wind about 13 to 25 miles an hour. Gusts above 30 at times here in the valley. Stronger gusts still in those geographic areas that are prone to windy conditions. Partly cloudy early on tonight, and then before the sun comes up, the clouds will be in. 51 for the overnight low, 49 for the overnight low, I should say. Still breezy, 17 to 20 miles an hour. It will eventually die down. We give up the wind and we welcome the rain on Tuesday, and we need it. Not heavy rain, just kind of light, drizzly rain for most of the day on Tuesday. Should be tapering off late in the afternoon. Certainly when you talk about rain, you talk about clouds. As you can see, we're only going to get up to about 69 degrees. No wind tomorrow, but about a 70% chance of precipitation. 52 for the overnight low as the clouds depart. Overnight on Tuesday while we're sleeping. Wednesday, a quiet day, partly cloudy, and a big dramatic temperature change. We're going to go from 69 for the afternoon high on Tuesday to 79 on Wednesday, and then we talk about thunderstorms. It's a possibility Thursday and Friday late in the afternoon with unsettled air in the atmosphere. And that's your forecast. Everybody have a good and safe Monday. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.